Welcome back to the gun dungeon, guys. We're going to be doing some nerdy stuff today, which I like doing nerdy stuff with guns. And just to give you a little insight of what we're going to do, you may not even want to watch this video because it's going to be a lot of chronograph work and a lot of talk about numbers. But the goal is to use this 3.8 inch barrel, 10 millimeter, this 4.5 inch barrel, 10 millimeter, and then we have a full 5-inch 10 millimeter, and we're going to see how that barrel length affects velocities with different ammo. We have a light 135 grain bullet here. Now this is a monolithic bullet, factory load. We have some hand load 200 grain bullets here, so for kind of a middle of the road weight bullet. And then we have some heavy 10 millimeter 220 grain Underwood rounds here. We're going to shoot 3 shots from each of the guns. We're going to get the average velocities, and we are going to crunch the numbers and just kind of determine how important is barrel length with 10 millimeter loads. A lot of people like the Glock 29, the 3.8 inch XDM. I'm a fan of them, but it does make me curious whenever you see factory loads with factory velocities listed on them. It's most of the time from a 5-inch barrel. So we're just going to see how much of a difference there is from 5-inch, 4.5 inch, 3.8. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this party started. All right, we're going to start with the 3.8 first. This is the 135 grain loads. So we'll go for this one, then we'll go to the 4.5 and then the 5-inch. See how this 135 grain does from the 3.8. 1357, 1246, no reading. Let me grab another round. $12.18. We grab that average, write it down, grab a different gun. This is how we're going to do this video. All right, now we've got 4.5 here. Same round. 1304. 1285. 1311. All right, 5-inch. I should have said this earlier, but in the words of Paul Harrell, if you don't want to watch all this, skip forward to the part where you see me holding the chart with the numbers on it. 5-inch, 135 grain. 1353. 1329. 1312. All right, now we've got the 200 grain hand loads, starting with the 3.8. 1104, that doesn't seem right, but let's see. 1112, guess it is. 1108, short barrel. All right, same load, 4.5 inch barrel. 1153. 1227. 1178. That's a big standard deviation. All right, same load, 5-inch barrel. 1169. 1192. 1208. All right, guys, the moment you've all been waiting for, the 220 grain Underwood hard cast, 3.8 inch barrel. 1069. 1081. 1053. Oh, and for those of y'all curious, the XDM slide locking back issue has been resolved just with some shooting, so hadn't have to change anything. It's fine. Okay, Underwood 220 4.5 inch 1111 1094 1120. And last but not least, 5-inch Underwood 220. 1147. 1112. I did that. That was me riding the slide stop. 1128. All right, guys, here's our numbers. This is what we got. So 3.8 inch barrel, 4.5, 5 inch, that's how I did it. 135 grain round, 200, 220. I'll explain these numbers in a second. So as you can see, the 5 inch with the 135, 1331, and 3.8 was 1273. Now what these numbers are, this 31 feet per second difference between the 5 and the 4.5. This 58 right here is the difference from the 5 and 3.8. So that's what these numbers are. 200 grain, fastest we got from the 5 inch was 1189. Strangely enough, the 1/2 inch here only gave us 3 feet per second average increase, which is nothing. That's shot to shot. A lot of these are from 4.5 to 5 inch actually. So you got 31, 3, and 21 between these two, or I mean, yeah, between these two barrel lengths. So that's the difference between shot from one another. So I don't think that's a huge factor. 3.8, let's talk about the 220 grain here a little bit. 62 feet per second difference, which was actually less difference than our hand load 200 grain loads. I think a lot of that has to do with this being a blue dot load. Blue dot is a slower burning powder, so it will be affected by barrel length a bit more than say a faster burning powder would. So what do you guys think of that? Really, my conclusion is it's not as drastic as I thought it was going to be. And I wanted to do this test kind of for my own knowledge as well, because like I said, I'm a gun nerd. But honestly, I don't think it's that drastic. I think a 3.8 inch barrel is going to serve you well in a 10 millimeter no matter what load you put in it. And there didn't seem to be a whole lot of difference between light bullets, heavy bullets, whatever, between the barrel change differences. So I don't know. I mean, that right there is not bad in my opinion, going from 3.8 to a 5 inch barrel. But that's what I got for you today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And until next time, stay tuned.